feels so good. Today has been cold the past couple of days and we've been outside working, except for yesterday, which was Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving. It was beautiful, and of course it was the day where we had decided to take the day off for the most part. Jeremy did some wedge locks. Hi, Bear. This guy got ham bone for Thanksgiving because Grandma brought it to him. What's Dad doing? And he was really excited. He is really funny, always, you know, cautious about giving animals bones, but he is just very gentle. He kind of is not an aggressive chewer. He's never been an aggressive chewer, so I don't really worry about him splintering bones. Usually what happens with him is he doesn't actually eat the bone. He ate all the meat off of it. We'll sometimes crack it open and eat the marrow, but then he'll leave the actual bone and bone pieces, doesn't eat those. He's a very strange dog in general. We did clean up the shop after we got the pig house built. I'll show you guys that today. It's a little bit different. It's the exact same size as the buck house, but we did the door frame a little bit differently for farrowing. When we have piglets, they'll have kind of a more sheltered area than the boys do. Hopefully we'll be able to show that to you. We're going over to the new property to work on pulling fence. Go have some breakfast with Cheeto, who's knocking all the food out of the bowl. Come on, Chubby. Over here, babe. Hi, Grandma Cat. I know, you don't like the kittens. Okay, we'll leave it open until Mom's done with chores. You guys sort food out. I think if my parents move into the little yellow house, we're gonna leave some of the cats over here and kind of move them a little bit at a time. So I'll probably take Shrub first and then kind of come back and take all the rest of the kitties a little bit along so that they learn where home is, because I can't really coop them all up together at first because they don't all like each other. You guys are little hay monsters. You are. Hello. All right, let's have breakfast. Come on. For pigs. Did you guys decide to eat out of this bowl? Yeah. Yes. Some of you guys have been asking about when we're getting them spayed and neutered. They're on the list over at the spay and neuter clinic, but I have to wait for a call for an appointment. Kind of how it works. It usually takes them 2 or 3 weeks to get back to me, and then it's usually 2 or 3 weeks from there. So we're just waiting on our appointment time for them, but we are taking care of that because it is time. No more kitties. Good morning. You guys ready for breakfast in your mud pit over here? That doesn't seem to be drying out at all. It hasn't rained in like 3 days. I know. Yep. You guys have to walk too so that Mom can walk. Oh, yep, right in the mud. Taken care of. It's supposed to rain Saturday night, so poor guys are not going to get any drying of this mud. But really, we have noticed at the new house that the drainage is so good and bad. It's mostly all rock. We've been driving around out there every day, even if it's raining, not rutting up, not doing anything, so I'm excited about that. Hi, baby. I know I don't have anything else. I'm gonna get your hay filled up. Come on. So I'm super excited that we're probably not gonna be dealing with mud over there the way we are here. Let's let the little ones out. Are you guys ready? Yes, Mac's always so excited about getting out. Hi, Billy. Hi, buddy. Oh, you guys are fun. Yes. We got to fill up water. No, all the time now. We do. We have to fill up water and clean. Get them all ready to go for the day. I did not really do anything when I came home last night. I just kind of fed everybody and put everybody up. We gotta open a new hay bale, restock everybody, and get them clean before we go over to full fence to the new place. We're so close. We'll get the treat monsters some treats here in a minute. I had some issues on Wednesday when we were pulling fence. Jeremy's pulled some fence, obviously used wedge locks and corner posts, but some things that just didn't work over there that worked here. Had to reset that fence twice, pull the post out of the ground. Like, it's kind of a mess. So we're hoping today will go more smoothly. And I was gonna explain how these wedge locks are working for us if you're in a situation where wood posts maybe are not a good option for you. Well, good morning. Good morning, friends. How are you? I did pull that back and they've moved it again. Yes, okay. Breakfast for the men. Got it. Get in there and trim the beans 1 foot. All his other feet, I think I've got pretty good, but that one toe. Oh, we got an extra treat monster. Hang on. I brought one for everybody. Treat monsters. Alright, let's get everybody cleaned up. Hay, and we got to get water for pigs too. Everybody needs a water fill up. They're clean. The alleyway is all cleaned out of the excess hay. Those kittens just destroy loose hay. It will be nice at the new place that hopefully they won't be as in the hay. So we gotta fill up water for these guys. We do. And then we're done. Still haven't seen Tierney go back into heat, so it's a good sign. If you have some bad news, Pixie did go back into heat a couple of days ago. She will be moved to a fall so that all my girls are March this year, and then we'll have October babies. And I think that's gonna work out well. That's just a good way to make a decision about which goats are gonna be fall and which are gonna be spring. That just made it super easy. I needed to move a couple more to the fall. So she, Fern, and Zelda will be fall, and then everybody else for now will be spring, unless somebody ends up not kidding. All right, girlfriend. Mom will see you later. Have a nice day. We'll see you for dinner. They look super enthused. All right, we'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, so we've had a couple of days since I filmed that morning tours before we headed over here, and I wanted to give you guys an update because basically we've gotten nothing done. And it's been really frustrating. We've just had some issues with our fence, and maybe you guys can help us understand what is going wrong. We've got all of our posts and everything set. We've got our wedge locks for support, and what we were doing, we have two different problems. So the fence that we bought originally was terrible, and we had to go buy totally different fence, and I'll show you guys why. And our corner posts are coming out of the ground. So they're coming out of the concrete when we're pulling our fence. and we don't really understand why. They're 3 feet in and set in concrete, and when we're pulling our fence, they're spinning completely out of the concrete, out of the ground. So we're using wedge locks as our bracing, which are supposed to work just like an H post, except for you use a T-post, 7-foot T-post. This is a 7-footer that's 3 feet in the ground, and then it has this bracing, and you can see this one's twisted and broken, and this post is basically out of the ground. This is Red brand fence. This is what we went back and bought. You'll see how this is connected. This fence is amazing. It's gonna work great. It's gonna do exactly what we need it to when we can figure out our corner post situation. So we've actually pulled this stretch of fence about 4 different times. We've broken both our posts, not broken, but we've pulled them out of the ground. We're using wedge locks every like 50 feet to pull from to add stability. It's working great. The wedge locks are absolutely working exactly how they're supposed to, except for the fact that the posts are spinning, which we can't figure out. So this was the fence that we bought originally. This is OK brand, and I want you to see the difference in the connections. So this is not one solid piece of wire. It's twisted and broken each time, and you can all but just bend it over with your hands. So the goats would have just crushed it. Versus this Red brand fence is all one solid piece down and across, and has an additional piece to tie, and like you can lean on it and it's not going to break or crush or bend up like this was. It's a hinge joint. Terrible. Don't use it. Get the Red brand. It's not any different pricing at all, but this is much better fence. And I don't know if you guys can see, like down in this hole, it is completely smooth, and our post just pulled right up. Like there's no concrete attached to it at all. Nothing. It was 3 foot in, we measured it, and it didn't matter. It didn't stick, it spun. And so what it did was not really like pull out of the ground, but it spun around when we were pulling the fence. And all we can think is that we somehow knocked the concrete off of it when we were hammering in the fence, but that's what you're supposed to do. So we're gonna not have to start completely over, but we're gonna go back and just do traditional H braces. We're thinking it may have something to do with like, this is not exactly great soil. It's like creek bottom, it's just rock. So we're gonna have to go back, start over. It really delays us getting over here. The hope for this week was to get the majority of the fencing run so that here in a couple of weeks we can move in. So it does look like it's probably going to be January or February, because we're going to have to go back and add H braces at every single corner to pull from, because the posts are just spinning in the ground. Wedge locks are supposed to work exactly like H braces. And what we don't really understand is we've used them at our other house without any trouble. So you can see this is how the corner works, and you do a wedge lock over there as well. So this post shouldn't move when pulled from. I mean, it feels solid, obviously. I don't know. We're real frustrated, basically having not to start over, but to come back and pull up some of the work that we've done, spend more money. It's just been a really rough 2 or 3 days, because we started this actually Wednesday and today's Saturday. And it didn't work Wednesday. We pulled the post out of the ground. Started over, pulled it again. The fence was the problem. Started over again yesterday, started over again today. This is the pig house that I wanted to show you guys that they finished. So a little bit different design than the buck house. So the door is over to the right, so that when Toonie farrows, we'll put bumpers all the way across, but she'll have this whole like big section that's totally out of the wind. We can put a heat lamp in, so the door faces east, so they should be nice and warm and cozy in there. And so that's a little bit different than how the buck house is. That style, and then this style for the bucks. Duke's house will be more like that. I don't know, maybe do it like that. It'll be a lot smaller. That's your update. It's been a long day. Hopefully we'll get it worked out, and we'll be able to kind of show you guys the progress that we're making. It just should have worked. There's no reason that a post 3 feet in the ground with concrete should spin. I don't know. But don't buy that OK brand fence. The goats will crush it. Buy the Red brand, or at least the kind that has that kind of tie, because this kind of tie is terrible, because it's not, there's nothing to hold it, and it's little pieces of wire instead of 2 solid pieces. We have the Red brand at our house. It works so well. Our fence is in really tough shape and it still works. But this stuff, I don't know if I can even show you guys. Like, so you see how I was able to just bend this up with my hands? Like even when it's tight, you can do this because the hinges move. It's just a hinge joint. It's designed to flex, apparently. The Red brand doesn't do that. It's designed to bow instead of bend, which means it keeps the animal in instead of crushing it when they lean on it. Goats are just awful on fence and they push and push and push on it. So you want it to bow, not to squish down. So important to know, don't buy that fence. Well, hello, my sweet crew. You guys hungry? Yes, okay. Dinner for pigs and goats. We got this baby. Where's the other two over there? What you doing, buddy? I feel like I haven't seen you guys very much in the last couple of days. Oh, goodness. Goodness. Hi, Pip Peps. Yes, ma'am. Then I come in about 5, they all think it's bedtime. Hello. You guys still got another 45 minutes or so before it's dark. And these guys are cleaning the fence lines like they do. Eating that grass. You guys like this place to play? Huh? What do you guys think? What you doing, Billy? Yeah. Hello? Mommy's coming to check on you. See, I'm a cookie monster. And this is where you stand to get the treats. Is this where we stand to get treats? Yep, it is. Okay. Y'all are looking good. You are. Oh, look at you with a little beard. A little bit of a beard. You're really poopy. She has grown a lot of hair. Okay, it's night-night time for the babies. And I got a kitty up here. Hello, Cheese Pooper. You've been kind of a troublemaker lately. Go with Mama Goat. Go with Mama Goat. No, no, that's not your mama. Night-night, guys. Big enough to eat with Mama Goat. Thanks. Goodness, Fern. Goodness, got a crud stuck. Good night, everybody. Good night. See you in the morning.